Did you know that trucks can have up to 18 gears? Discover in our video why trucks need so many gears and how they affect engine efficiency. From optimal torque to precise control on difficult terrain, we break down how multiple gears maximize performance and fuel economy. Have you ever wondered how all those gears work in practice? Watch the video and dive into the world of truck transmissions. One of the most surprising aspects of trucks is their gearbox, which can have up to 18 gears, compared to the 6 of a manual car or the 9 of a modern automatic transmission. But why do trucks need so many gears? The answer lies in engine efficiency. Truck engines operate optimally within a specific range of revolutions per minute, generally between 1,000 and 1,600 revolutions per minute. This is the range where the engine reaches its maximum torque or power. Multiple gears in the gearbox allow the engine to remain within that range in almost all situations, improving fuel efficiency. By shifting to the appropriate gear, the engine avoids overworking or underworking, thus maximizing efficiency and reducing both fuel consumption and engine wear. Additionally, precise vehicle control is crucial, especially in challenging terrains, like hills. Without enough gears, the engine might need to shift to a higher gear on a hill, causing RPM to fall below 1,000, resulting in a loss of power. Additional gears allow the engine to stay in its optimal range during these changes, making climbing and descending easier and reducing brake wear. In practical terms, having more gears means finer control over the truck, minimizing power and torque losses. This also makes truck driving a more skillful and demanding task. Truck transmissions are often more complex than those of a regular car, with a combination of main and auxiliary transmissions. For example, a truck might have a transmission with 5 main gears and an auxiliary offering 3 more, totaling 15 speeds. By adding another splitter, like an overdrive, the total can reach 18 gears. For the 18-speed transmission, we start with low in the reverse gear position and the crawler gear in the lowest position, then go through all the gears up to the 18th. The function of the gears is to adjust the relationship between the engine and the wheels, affecting how much work the engine needs to move the vehicle. Low gears provide more torque from the start, ideal for hauling loads, while high gears allow higher speeds with less fuel consumption, useful for flat roads or highways. For instance, when a truck driver downshifts from 4th to 3rd, the gear ratio increases, making the wheels rotate less while the engine revs higher, transferring more torque to the wheels and improving load hauling capability. On the other hand, when the driver shifts to a higher gear like 4th or 5th, the gear ratio decreases, allowing the wheels to spin faster while the engine revs lower. This enables the vehicle to accelerate more and consume less fuel as the engine works at fewer revolutions. This scenario is ideal for maintaining a constant speed on flat roads or highways. However, if the truck slows down, the driver must shift to a lower gear to gain more power and efficiently manage the truck's weight. Driving a truck with 18 gears is a complex task that requires skill and experience, which is why automatic transmissions are attractive to new drivers, even though they face resistance among experienced truckers. Manual transmissions offer more direct control, improved traction on rough terrain, are cheaper to produce and maintain, and can be more fuel efficient when used correctly. In contrast, automatic transmissions are easier to operate, reduce driver fatigue by eliminating constant gear changes, and can provide smoother and safer driving. However, they are usually more expensive to manufacture and maintain, and some drivers feel they offer less control in extreme conditions. In Europe, where roads are winding and cities are tight, automatic transmissions are more popular due to their efficiency and ability to help drivers focus more on the road. Ultimately, the best option may be an automated transmission. Have you ever wondered why gear changes are necessary in a truck? Trucks have a wide gear ratio range with different optimization ranges, meaning these allow them to perform various tasks, some simple yet complex, like starting the vehicle or conquering different terrains at high speeds. Gears allow the engine to work within its RPM range as efficiently as possible according to demand, ensuring good power and fuel savings. In a manual transmission truck, the driver uses a gear stick and a clutch pedal, while in an automated transmission, As the name suggests, everything happens automatically. The number of gears in a truck can vary depending on the engine, its application, and the manufacturer, but commonly, the number is between 10 and 18 gears. Moreover, gears play a fundamental role in a truck's performance, helping it face any challenge that comes its way. As we mentioned earlier, automatic transmissions are increasingly surpassing manual transmissions. In fact, by 2023, it was estimated that more than 90% of new trucks sold in North America had automatic transmissions. If we compare this with data from 2010, when only 50% had them, we can see the big shift in recent years. This brings some answers. With a more modernized and industrialized life, people seek greater comfort and efficiency. Automatic transmissions offer drivers ease of operation, eliminating the need to shift constantly. This makes long trips less exhausting for the driver. Additionally, these transmissions provide greater fuel savings and less wear, highly attractive to companies that rely on this type of vehicle. And now, the price difference between both types of transmissions is relatively smaller, prompting many manufacturers to offer automatic transmissions as standard. To truly understand this, we need to travel back in time to learn about the history of the first trucks. At that time, manual transmissions ruled the market. Drivers needed to master double clutching and gear synchronization. While these transmissions were durable, they required a certain skill level to operate. The first automatic transmission was introduced in 1950 by the company Eaton, consisting of 3 speeds and a torque converter. By 1960, automatic transmissions began to gain more trust due to automotive advances and the demand for greater comfort and efficiency in vehicles. By the 1990s, automatic truck transmissions were more widely introduced and gradually gained a solid place in the industry. Thanks to all the technological advances, old automatic transmissions evolved from simple to sophisticated systems as we know them today. Operated by computers, they offer greater comfort, reduced road wear, and lower fuel consumption. Clear advantages for automatic transmissions. Now that we know the great benefits of automatic transmissions, we can appreciate the marvel of automotive engineering, as drivers only need to focus on the road instead of constantly shifting gears, thus avoiding fatigue on long trips. Another detail is that these transmissions shift gears more precisely than manuals, allowing for fuel savings and therefore money, of course. Less driver fatigue means more productivity at work. In addition, automatic transmissions can offer better response and performance in critical or demanding situations for the truck, for example, climbing steep hills or towing very heavy loads. More time on the road, fewer headaches, and greater productivity are key to success in this industry. Compared to manual transmissions, automatics require less maintenance, allowing drivers to spend more hours on the road. But as with everything in life, all good things have a cost. Although automatic transmissions may be more expensive up front, keep in mind that this investment is worth every penny. Even though they cost more, maintenance expenses are lower compared to manuals, something very advantageous for long-term investments. When observing automatic transmissions, they greatly resemble a complex puzzle, but this only makes them more fascinating. The way they are assembled and arranged may make repairs a bit tedious. But if the person doing the job has the right knowledge and tools, it's not a problem. It's understandable that many people dislike the feeling of not having full control of the vehicle. But this experience encourages us to trust more in engineering advances and learn how to make the most of them. But the most important thing for you is to use a transmission that best suits your needs and preferences when you're behind the wheel. The automotive industry's technology keeps advancing to innovate with the best. Now, with the arrival of electric-powered vehicles, we are entering a new era in which geared transmissions may become obsolete. These new vehicles with electric motors will offer instant startup, eliminating the need to shift through different gears to adapt to varying terrains. Although the number of electric vehicles is currently small, it's estimated they will soon occupy a significant share of the market. Still, there are people who find joy in driving manually, preserving that connection between the vehicle and the driver as well as the skill required to drive it. With technological advancements, efficiency and comfort are always sought for. each person based on their needs. Which do you prefer, manual or automatic transmission? Leave your opinion in the comments or share your experience with these systems. Thank you, and see you in the next video.